interesting because we were talking about how to to talk about my personal brand and how to manage the information about my career. And the way we were talking with Axel was amazing. At the end, it is to learn English with a purpose um, and go deep. It was an amazing class.
All right, good job. Congrats.
Hello.
Emmanuel.
I agree with Franco and Ivan. My class not only was an English class. I learned a lot of new things about about my job, my career, and how to try to start my own business. Not only about English was the class. I like a lot, and I learn a lot of new things, and I will try to use that advice.
Okay, congrats. So, Brianna says, I missed last class, I'm a little bit out of place. The things that we are doing, you know, that in some activities, I do like a competition, right? And you have the opportunity to get a demo class, like a free class, one-on-one. It's another way that you can study with us, you know? But that we do for students that are participating. And for example, I think we still have Annie. Annie, I think you're gonna have it for like next week, if I'm not wrong. It's someone else. Who else was it? Valentina, I think, for next week. So I hope you're able to schedule it for next week. But anyway,
Axel, can I ask you a question?
absolutely.
How is like the schedule for those classes? Like, imagine like today I earn one of those classes. On which day or which hour is gonna be the class? Like, I don't know, because
It,
I imagine it's not in the same hour of the class, right?
yeah, absolutely. It's different because Pierre also has. So Pierre, Valentina, and Annie for next week. They're joining.
Like on Monday or Tuesday, I don't know.
It depends. It depends because normally we we have another assistant. You guys know Lucas, right? But we have
Mm-hmm.
another assistant that's Eva, and Eva schedules all the other classes or meetings that I have. So after she schedules that, I have to see what available hours I have. And then I contact you guys. For example, I contacted Emmanuel, I contacted Ivan, and I try to find a spot that is better for both. You know?
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yes. And Andres lost his opportunity. Andres lost the opportunity because of his bad connection. But anyways, the idea is that every week you can. I'm gonna try, you know, because sometimes I'm super busy, sometimes I can't, right? So for
Mhm.
example, for next week, I can't promise because we already have three, right? But next week we're gonna do another competition so that you guys can participate and have those classes because believe me, it's completely different. We try to not only to personalize but super personalized classes, and like I've told you, it's not only about English, and like they said, the idea is that we can explore other interests and you learn English focused on other topics. So that's it. Carlos has also had a class. Carlos was, I think, the first person. I know we did like a speaking partner activity with Carlos. So that's the idea, you know, it's I want to help as much people as I can if I have time. But the idea is also to for you guys to be committed because you could also do the same. You can say, hey, Emmanuel, let's talk a moment, or Brianna, you can meet with Annie and keep practicing. That's the idea. That's what I want you guys to to do, to share. That's why we want to create a community. Okay. Anyone has any other question of that? Or are you ready for our class? No more questions? All right. So today we have a really good topic. We're gonna begin with small groups. And this is okay, Brianna, go ahead.
Hi, I want to ask if what I understand that is that if we are going to have a competition every week, is that the yet?
Yeah.
I didn't hear you because my internet is running slow because it's there's a problem with the light and so.
Yeah. Every week we're gonna try to do competitions and things. But like I said, for next week, it's not gonna be possible. Two reasons, and some people have asked me. Two reasons, because on Sunday I'm gonna open new. You can't hear?
Sometimes your voice is gone and
But is
I
it
hear
me?
for
Is it me or is it just
I don't know if it's my internet
I
or you.
sometimes I can't hear you, Axel.
Me
It's like
too.
your voice is off.
let me check something. Is it better now? Hello? Hello.
Kind of.
Hello?
Yes,
Hear you.
Better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So let me repeat and then we can move on. Is it better? Is it much better? Yeah? Okay. So basically, yes. This Sunday, I'm gonna open like for next month. Well, for this month, we're gonna open two, probably three, depending on how many people sign up. Different schedules for the free groups. Okay. But our goal, like I said, is at least to have 20 or more people attending classes in the free groups. Okay. Because there are different ways to study. So you know that the free group has a fixed schedule. Okay. So that's one thing. We're opening new, if you have someone that's interested, on Sunday, I'm going to announce the free spots to study. And every time we can, we're going to do the competition, probably for one person or for two people to get a demo class, like a one-on-one lesson. That's going to be the prizes or different things. Okay. But that's a way that you guys can participate and be motivated, so that you can get that. I know that, like I told you, we have Valentina, Annie, and Pierre for next week. So probably Friday next week, I'm going to do the competition. I don't know. It all depends. Okay. But if at any moment you want to like have a class or something like that, you can schedule it with Eva. She tells you it's not that expensive. I mean, if you want one just to practice or something, probably we can figure out something, right? Because if not, what we normally do is just a program, right? People get a program, and it's at least 40 lessons. So that's when people pay, okay? But anyways, guys, so we're gonna start with um, a speaking activity in small groups. And this is the question that I want you to discuss, okay? What are your professional goals? Okay, is it clear? You're gonna talk like for 2-3 minutes. Each other wants to share what are the professional goals that you have in this moment for your career. Is it clear?
All right.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm gonna open the session. 3 minutes. Share. What are your professional goals at this stage of your career? All right. The rooms are open. You can join. Hey Edwin, what's up? Edwin,
Hello.
we're gonna do a activity right now.
Okay, so I have to wait.
No, I'm gonna put you in a group, but what we're discussing is what are your professional goals in this moment, okay? So
Okay,
let me put you in a group, okay? There you go.
okay. Thank you.
The thing that you want to. That's what I do.
So I
So
don't. You say you sell painting.
paintings, yes.
Okay, like a
And
gallery,
like what?
like a gallery.
Yes, like that.
Okay,
And
okay.
handicraft and handicrafts. So
Okay.
I'm my own.
I don't hear you. I don't know if it's my internet the problem or.
Don't worry, I think that is the internet of everybody. Sometimes in my home, the internet is really, really bad.
Well, in my case, the
IT person, but in Bogota.
Yes, maybe I looked for some opportunities in Colombia, but really I need to find a job here in Ecuador, Quito specifically. But about the interview today, how I say to you, I hope the next week will be definite.
What do you feel that is great, or what do you think?
It's good. It's a good job, a good position about the project manager of implementation of ERP with Oracle. So I think it will be a positive.
Oh, cool. I hope you get that job.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And tell me, what are your professional goals right now?
I
Challenge for me.
Yes.
How long have you been working now in your country?
10 years, I guess. Yes.
10 years.
Yes. Mhm.
It's a lot.
Yes, I started as a freelancer by my own, and then a company contract me. Then I know I I have the two jobs,
Cool.
my own and the company.
Edwin, can you put your voice on?
Hello, how are you?
How are you, Edwin?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah, maybe if you want, you can tell us something about you, about which one is your goal in your life, about your profession, or I don't know.
Okay, well, firstly, my name is Edwin. I am 23 years old. I studied chemical engineering. Recently, I got my degree. So,
Congratulations.
well, thank you. Thank you. At the moment, I am unemployed, but I am in the process to find a job. For example, this week I had an interview for a food company, sorry. I want to improve my English
and work in a good enterprise, right?
Yes, that maybe my goal for now.
Okay, that's very good.
And
Okay.
yours?
Okay, my goals right now is I'm working in Volkswagen, right? But I'm my my job is by an outsourcing, right? So my principal job right now is get to it's how I can say this is to the company that I work hire me directly. Okay.
Okay. You're
So
like a trainee.
yes, something like that, but directly, not without outsourcing. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, is I would like to work directly in Volkswagen or in the enterprise that I work right now. So that is my principal goal. Another one is increase my skills in
A great company, so it shouldn't be that hard to get a job. So you have like a good resume, like, and that's great here. Like they should value that you work in such a big company as Codelco.
Yes, that was a good opportunity. So I hope to find a new one in a big company too.
I think it's just about time. You just need to keep like applying for new jobs, and at some point you will get something for sure. Are you here in Chile by your own, or are you, I don't know, living with a partner, or I don't know?
I'm alone in this moment. Yes, all my family is in Colombia, but
Which part
have
of
been living. Sorry,
which part of Colombia do you came from?
Medellin. Do you know?
El cartel.
Pablo Escobar. No, but Medellin is a beautiful city. People in Colombia is amazing. In Medellin too, beautiful
I have been
people.
only once in Colombia, but it was only for 1 or 2 nights because my flight got delayed.
Always go to another room of the house. Yes. So
Hi,
know that. Hello, Axel. How are you?
Hi, ladies. Have you been having problems?
No, well, because of the internet,
Well,
but
the internet. The internet, but
it's
for the rest, no.
Okay. Yeah, that's like the challenge sometimes for the classes, sometimes, but
Yes.
we can survive.
Yes, it's just
we are
that right
fighters.
now it's really difficult.
Okay.
We are survivors.
Both of you are from Barranquilla, right? Or
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
so are you gossiping? Are you sharing some chismes?
No. Well, yes, talking about my husband.
Kind of.
That he doesn't like me to hear him when he's speaking in English.
He told me that.
But you know that he put another rule in the house. Every day we have to talk from 6 to 8 p.m. with our babies in English. Every day.
Probably that was my suggestion.
Yes. Well, now he started it yesterday, I guess, and then we can talk in Spanish. I don't understand you. Okay.
Okay, we're back. Sorry, got interrupted, everybody. But well, here we are. Let me share my screen. I hope everybody was able to share their goals. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna mute so we don't have too much interruption and too much echo. right? If you want to say something again, you can activate yourself, or remember, let's try to participate in the chat so we have more, like, let's say it's organized. Yeah, that's it. Okay. All right, everybody. In the chat, you can put some of the goals that you heard that the other person or with the people you were sharing, what they have. Meanwhile, I'm gonna read some of the goals that people normally can have depending on, I don't know, any moment of your career, okay? Here I'm gonna share some of the things. Of course, you can see it too. You have the screen and you can like glance and you can read, okay? And if you see yourself identified with any of the goals that you see, you can put it in the chat, okay? That's one of the important things I see. I'm always looking who's participating, and that's another way that you can get a free class, right? Okay, so first, for example, for me, most of you guys know that, well, I'm an entrepreneur, and why? It wasn't because I had many options or I had like the option, and it wasn't like a big dream to be an entrepreneur, but it was the option I had to be able to have like everything, you know, to have a successful career, to have a family, to be at home, and to make money, you know, because sometimes, because you have a job but probably you're not making enough money, so there are many factors. But people ask me if I would be open to accept a job, and the only answer that I would consider that would be for this, like for knowledge, for learning something, right? Getting a new skill. Because if it's not for that, I don't know. I'm not in a position that I would prefer to go back to a job. But this is one of the things, right? Gain a new skill, get knowledge, learn from a bigger company. Okay. That's my case. I don't know for you. Okay. So here it says, now keep in mind, this doesn't mean that learning kickboxing will get you further ahead in the insurance industry. For example, make sure the new skills fall under professional development goals that are related to the field you are interested in. Identify things that will get you ahead of the competition and make it easier for you to move up the ranks. So that's it. I mean, sometimes there's another thing that it's called changing your career, right? Having a new career. For some people, I mean, that happens. I know people that studied to be doctors, but ended up being like business owners, right? Or they get into entrepreneurship. I know people that went to like law school, they wanted to be a lawyer, and then they changed to a different career. So it happens. But here it says adding a new skill is adding to what you have, to your current career, just growing up the ranks. Second goal would be boost your networking abilities. Because at some point, at the beginning, and sometimes when you feel you're stuck, you know that the only way to grow is to expand your network. How many people do you know? And that's one of the best added value things that this free program has, that you guys can expand your network. See, so I know now a bunch of people from Chile. I know people that are also in Colombia, from Ecuador, and many other people that you have in the community, in the Facebook group, from Peru, from all over. I think even we have someone from Spain, like from the United States, like Latinos living in the United States. So like I said, there are many options here to expand your network and develop networking skills or abilities. So your capacity to network with people and develop influence will often make and break your ability to progress and reach your career goals. This is super important, right? Because if you have someone that can help you just by getting a recommendation, they can help you get into a job, right? You never know. You never know. That's why one of the things that I've learned is try to be the best and the nicest with everybody, right? You never know. And that's it. I mean, that would be it. 3, intern with a large company to gain experience. This was quite similar what I was sharing with Franco today. If you become like an intern, or you accept a a lower position in an international company or like a multinational, sometimes it's better because you get that international experience. So that helped me. When I began teaching English, I wasn't teaching English like at a local school. I got into a big company, and that helped me to understand different things. And if I would have applied, I could probably had gotten a transfer to any other country, because the company I was has 500 schools all over the world. So that's a big company, and that's why sometimes if you accept a different position or a lower position or like an intern, it can help you grow. And here it says, did you know that many majorly successful people began their careers as unpaid interns in their field? Look, Steven Spielberg, Oprah Winfrey, Tom Hanks, Conan O'Brien. So many people here that probably are unemployed can probably do something, while you're looking for a job. I don't know, help out a friend, help out someone that needs, I know, any other entrepreneur. Many entrepreneurs need help. That's an option, right? That could be part-time. Or look for companies that can offer you some kind of internship, or get contact with someone in the company and say, hey, I can help you out. Let me do anything for free for you. Let me help you out. And I just want to learn and help you out until I get a job. Believe me, that's how it works in many other countries. Here it's not common, but I don't know. There's always people looking for help, entrepreneurs or corporations. I don't know if anyone is at this point. If you want to start your own business, besides Emmanuel, although Emmanuel already has some ideas, but that could be also a professional career, that professional goal. You never know. I know, for example, Vera has her, like, she runs the family business or something like that. Probably she wants to develop new skills. Probably she wants to grow that business. You never know. Okay. Another thing you have, if you are in a commercial position or you own your own business, you want to improve your sales, or you want to be more productive. And there's this term, I don't know if everybody knows. Some people might, some might not. It's called KPIs. If someone knows what KPI means, you can put it in the chat. If not, I'll help you out. What can you do to boost your numbers and statistics? Take a step back to identify any practices that aren't having a positive impact on your bottom line, and remove them from the equation to make yourself more productive. Yep, I see some engineers and some people have done the business thing. Also, this marketing and many other areas, key performance indicators. Okay, what is bottom line? There's also this means something, right? This term, bottom line. What does that mean? As you develop good habits and aim your efforts in the right direction, you'll be surprised to find the numbers rise as well. The bottom line is the final result, right? Because, for example, in many businesses, for example, in marketing or in these creative things, we try many things. We test many things, probably in research and development too. But at some point, we have to evaluate what works and what doesn't, and focus on what works. Okay. Now, here you have long-term goals, because you have, of course, short-term and you have the long-term, right? Earn another degree. Probably you want to grow or get a certification, although in my personal opinion, more than the degree, you want to focus on the knowledge and the skills, because now, I don't know, it depends. It depends on industries and businesses and companies, but in the future, it's going to be different. I mean, the selection or hiring talent is going to be completely different. You need to perform and to deliver, and you need to do really good interviews. Okay. This is what we said before, make a career switch. Anyone has considered this? I consider this all the time, and it's difficult, because you say, oh my gosh, I want to do something different. For me, it would be, although I am going to do kind of like a switch, but it's because we are growing a little bit. So I'm going to focus more on the creative part because we're developing other products and courses at school. Okay. So I'm not going to focus too much on the methodology or the business or the sales. I'm going to focus on the other things because we can have other people in those areas. Now, become an expert in your field. This should be a goal for everybody, you know, to become an expert, to become the best of the best. Who has this goal? Who has the goal to really become an expert, to outgrow your competition? Okay. And this is something I was also sharing with some of I think with all of them, all of the students we had, Emmanuel, Ivan, and Franco, is that this is something probably by cultural or background and things, is to be ambitious, right? And please look at these words in the dictionary and look for the real meaning, not what we think they are, because sometimes we have like a negative, what it means to be ambitious and what it means to be obsessed, right? If you become obsessed with your career, like I said, it depends, but it's becoming the best. It's really growing. And ambitioning or having an ambition is because you really believe you can get that. And sometimes we don't think we can be the best and we don't want to put the work, right? In my opinion, building a career, becoming the best or an expert is totally worth it, right? Why not? Why not? If you believe you can create many things, okay? So that's another goal, okay? What else we have? Reach a leadership position. So here I think we have several leaders. Let's see. Yes, here I see some people that have a great potential to be really good leaders. But is that your goal, to really grow, to be in a leadership position? Now, you have to understand, to be a leader doesn't mean to be the boss, okay? Who agrees, who disagrees? What is your concept of leadership? You can please let me know in the chat. Now, there are these industries, and when I began, I wanted to study design because I wanted to I wanted to work in a company that's, it does advertising and publicity. I don't know if you know Ogilvy. Does anyone know this industry, this company? But anyways, they also have, or for example, one of the awards is this one. And in many industries, there are these kind of awards or prizes that they recognize the best of the best within the industry. Why not? Why not look to win an award? Okay, so now I want to share with you a video, here I have, of SMART goals. For sure, I know the majority of you guys are going to know what a SMART goal is, but let's watch this video and let's learn something new, okay? Brianna says, being a boss doesn't mean to be a leader. When you're a leader, you work with your team. And when you're a boss, you just boss everybody around and you tell them what to do. Although sometimes it's good, but a true boss has to be a leader. And that's the thing. Sometimes bosses aren't leaders, and that's when a company goes down. All right. I like that, Franco. Leadership, inspire others. Okay. All right, guys. So give me a sec. Let's watch this video, right?
Welcome to MindTools video learning series. How often do you set goals for yourself that somehow end up falling by the wayside? Chances are you set out with great intentions and loads of enthusiasm, but then all of a sudden you lose track of your goal. Perhaps you got distracted by the pressures and demands of daily life and work. Or maybe your goal was so overwhelming that you just didn't know where to start. If you're serious about achieving your goals though, you can increase your chances of success by making them SMART. This means that your goals should be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's look at each of these points in turn. First, your goal should be specific. Be precise. Ask yourself, what do I want to accomplish? Why is this important? Who is involved? Where is it located? What resources will I need? And what restrictions might I encounter? Next, your goal needs to be measurable. If you're going for a promotion, for example, what training courses will you need to pass? How long will these take? And what length of experience will you need in your current role? Setting concrete objectives and deadlines like this can help you to measure your progress and stay focused and motivated. Thirdly, make your goal achievable. Your goal should stretch your abilities, but it should also never be out of reach. Ask yourself, how can I accomplish this goal? And how realistic is it? Then, examine whether your goal is relevant. Make sure that it matters to you and to your organisation. Ask yourself, is this goal worthwhile? And is this the right time? Finally, make your goal time-bound. Set a target date to work towards. When you have a deadline in place, it will be easier to focus on achieving your goal and to keep other less important tasks from sidetracking you. When you frame your objectives as SMART goals, you take woolly thinking out of the equation and replace it with clarity, focus, and motivation. In short, you make it easier to achieve the things that matter most to you. To learn more about SMART goals, read the article that accompanies this video.
Okay. All right. I like the music at the end. So, everybody, did you like the video? I think the accent was good. It wasn't too difficult. I think it was easy. Now, pay attention. If I would suggest you write the following questions, because I'm not gonna put them in the chat. I'm gonna tell you there are 3 questions that I want you to discuss with your partner in the next activity. Okay? So take notes. All right? 3 questions. Number 1. Have you heard of SMART goals before? Discuss it with your partner. Okay? That would be number 1. I'm going to repeat it. Have you heard of SMART goals before? Number 2. Is everybody paying attention? I hope so. Number 2. Do you think you are good at setting goals? Do you think you are good at setting goals? So that's the second question I want you to discuss with your partner. Okay? Do you think you are good at setting goals? Yes, no, why? Okay? And the last question is, how can we measure if our plan to achieve a goal was designed well? Okay? 3 questions. Now, you don't need to repeat the question. You can just jump in and start sharing, but I want you to be very careful with the 3, to answer the 3, okay? The last one, I'm gonna repeat the 3, okay? Number 1, have you heard of SMART goals before? Number 2, do you think you are good at setting goals and of course plans to achieve those goals? And 3, how can we measure if our plan to achieve a goal was designed well? How can we measure if our plan to achieve a goal was designed well? Okay, so ladies and gents, I'm gonna give you guys 4 minutes, 2 minutes each to share your thoughts, okay? Give me a second, we share the small groups. So, the last question, how can we measure the plan, okay? because you want to know, after you set a goal, normally you create a plan to achieve that goal. So how do you measure that plan? How can you know that it was well designed? All right, people, I'm opening now. All right, you can join your groups. All right.
I don't know if I listened well. Have you heard of small goals?
Smart goals? No, I haven't.
Smart.
Smart
Not
goals.
small, is smart. Is smart. Okay. No, I haven't.
I haven't. It
haven't.
sounds familiar, but not that word. That smart goals. No.
Like,
It sounds
yes,
like a
I
dofa or
haven't. Yes, I think I will look for it because sounds interesting.
Yes.
You know that in university, the teachers teach you, touch you. Well, this is a goal. That's what you have to do, but this is a different kind, I think.
Yes, it sounds like a dofa for me.
Yes, I'm going to, I don't know, maybe look for it right now. Smart goal. What I'm looking for, let's see, second questions, and let me look for them. Do you think you are good setting goals? Well, do you want to answer first or want me to answer first?
I think I'm good to set goals, but not to make them. I always have a plan for everything. I very meticulous, so I'm very logical and very meticulous, realistic. Sometimes people says that I'm too pessimist.
To like set them up like before you like launch, and like you can like measure how good it was. I have never done it before because I have never do something like that.
Okay.
But I think that's smart goal, or that's at least what I understood. I don't know, what did you understand about it?
Yeah, I don't know too. Yeah, Alessandro?
Yes.
And what do you think about that?
Yes, like I said, I knew something like that that we have to. We need to have a achievable goals and measurable and all that that a smart goal means, but I didn't know the name. Like, and I know that can be useful for you, but I didn't know that they were called smart goals. And yes.
Okay, because for me, I understand that smart goals is I don't know. I think smart goals is depends to the person and what the person want. Because maybe you have a smart goal for you, but it's not smart for me. But I don't know if that is the sentence, the I forget the words.
Because the second question is, do you think you are good at setting goal?
Okay, setting goals, right?
Goals. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I think I'm good because, well, in my career, well, in an industry, you need to present
Brand goals.
results, right?
Result. Okay.
Results. Okay, and so how can measure the results with numbers? Okay, with percents, right? So you need to uh, well, I can tell you like OAA, no, low OEE. Have you ever heard about that methodology? OEE,
OEE. No.
overall equipment efficiency.
No. No, I never
No,
heard.
is when with your industry or your industry, your machines, your well, your machines, your shutdowns, and everybody, well, like all in the industry.
Right now.
Yes, maybe they don't talk it with that name with smart.
Yes.
I need that knowledge.
It's really necessary. I did that certification on 2017. So if you want or need some information, I can help you.
Yes, I would like a lot that. Okay, and then can I share my email?
Okay.
And can contact in that way.
Okay, don't worry, no problem.
Yes.
Was the third question? So we have a
Hello.
minute.
Hello, Axel.
Yes.
Hey.
So just listening.
No, hey, you got the third question?
Yes, we
Yes, we
finished
have.
How can we
the
measure
question.
if our plan was well designed?
Yes, we both try to divide, to split the goals in small goals.
And to measure, we apply the same methodology, split the different kind of measures, and try to compare the result with the we expect to have.
Yes, we think this is a good way to measure the results.
Good, great. So I have another question for you guys until time ends. So what do you do if your plan fails, right? And you didn't achieve your goal?
If you want achieve the same goal, maybe you can change the plan.
Don't change the goal, change the plan.
Yes.
The way to get it.
Yes, maybe change the approach to achieve the goal.
You know, that's the life of an entrepreneur. You know, they ask you, how many times have you failed? And all right, we ran out of time.
No, teacher, we needed more time.
Yeah, we couldn't finish, Axel.
Oh my gosh, I mean, you know,
we didn't put the time. We was waiting for yeah, we have, I don't know, 3 minutes left.
I said four.
Okay.
And I always give you more, you know that. So there's always a time bound. I mean, there's always time you have to take care. So
we appreciate the activity. Thank you, Axel.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's wrap up. Let's wrap up with the following. As you can notice, in the professional world, it's very important. In most positions, in most careers and companies, this is important to have goals, right? And my recommendation is that everybody should have 3 types of goals, right? Or you can say different in different ways, but you want to have in your professional life short-term goals, mid-term goals, and long-term goals to really know if you're advancing. And that's what we do in English, right? The idea is that, for example, in this group, the goal is that around 3-4 months, you guys feel much more confident because you've been interacting, you've been developing habits. So that's, for example, our goal. Let's see what's the difference from now from the beginning. But that also depends on you guys. How much time have you been in the group, and how much time will you stay? Because at some point we're gonna bring every cycle we bring new students. Some stay and some go. Okay, but this is like the end. This is what we're closing. But imagine you started in the junior group, right? Most people of the junior group in 1 more month should go to the next group. That would be elite, right? So after elite, then they should go, let's see if we open the next level, that would be hero level. After hero, they would have to advance to legend. So learning English or learning English at a professional level, do you think that's a short-term goal, a mid-term goal, or a long-term goal? What do you think? You can answer in the chat or however you want. If you want to answer, no.
I don't know how to write, but I think it's the middle term.
Midterm.
Midterm.
Okay. For you, it's midterm. I mean, for sure, because your English is much better than other. But exactly, I mean, depending on your approach to English, you're gonna set it in a different way, right? Because learning the basics of English, you can do that super fast. You can do that in a couple of weeks. But if your goal is to be successful, to have a successful like bilingual career, that's a long-term goal, right? Because you need to get into a bilingual job, and then you have to perform and then have good results. So that's one of the things. All right. Anyways, let's go. I'm gonna share this with you at the WhatsApp group, this document. And you have the 2 things that we read, the examples of career goals and the video with what are SMART goals and how to set them step by step. Super useful. Okay, this can help you so much if you think because one of the questions was, do you think you're good at setting goals? If you think you're not that good, start to practice with the SMART goals. Okay, and then with a SMART goal comes a SMART plan. Okay, but once more, what does SMART mean? Okay, what does the S mean?
Specific.
All right, specific. What does
measurable?
Measurable.
A.
At time?
Achievable.
Achievable.
Oh, achievable. Sorry.
R.
Realistic.
Relevant.
It can be both. I mean, it depends, right? Relevant or realistic, but realistic could be related with achievable. So let's put relevant, okay? And the T?
Time bomb. Time bomb.
All right. Okay, there you go. So that's a SMART goal. It's something specific that I can measure. It has to be, yes, kind of realistic or achievable. Another word we use is attainable. It has to be relevant. If it's not relevant, people are gonna lose motivation at some point. And you need both. You need motivation and discipline, okay? And last, time bound. You need to put a deadline. Did you know that's why it's called a deadline? Because you want to put a limit, right? Because if if it's gonna take forever, I mean, it's gonna be, I don't know, it can be forever, forever can be years and years, and that's not the idea. The idea is that you set a plan and try to improve that. I did an interesting activity with Emmanuel today, focused on up and doing and applying this. Remember, Emmanuel? We're not listening to you, but he says yes. Okay, but you want to put a time and you want to see your results. I also was telling the group where I was that for like being an entrepreneur, it's this. It's how many times do you fail? How many times are you willing to fail? Right? Because for an entrepreneur, it's like, if it depends the type of entrepreneur, but you need to be right at like once, and you're gonna fail many, many times. Okay. So remember this, remember the SMART goals. I'm going to share these 2 links so you can read more and you can find and research much more of the SMART goals. Please let me know in a month or in 2 months or in 3 months, how this, like, I want you guys to set some goals before you tell me anything. So set some goals. It can be professional or it could be a personal goal, but apply this, okay? Apply this method. And like I said, a SMART goal comes with a SMART plan, okay? Also, we can look at this the next class. What would be a good plan, or what would be a good way to plan different steps or different actions to get to your goals, all right? And then, yes, in 3 months or whatever time you set, you can please tell me. You can say, hey, Axel, my goal today was, I don't know, get into X company and in a multinational. So to get into that, my goal was to have probably 15 interviews. Okay. After 3 months, you can tell me, hey, Axel, I did these many interviews, but I wasn't able to get to the job. I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's it. That's it for today. I hope you can enjoy your weekend. I think I will upload this class to the YouTube channel, because I think that it was very useful and many other people can watch it and can see the value. All right. So do you have any other question for today? Something you want to let me know, or you're curious?
I don't. Thank you, Axel. Have a great time. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend. Ciao, ciao.
Hi, Axel.
Thank you, Axel. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.